So this has been the last week in the crypto market. Quite a stressful time, quite a difficult time. And we did want to come to you guys yesterday with a live update. We just had a little bit of technical issues, but we are here today to just bring you some, I wouldn't say calmness, because right now, how can anyone be calm in this market? More about different scenarios and strategies on how we're going to play this market and how we can actually look at the different options of how we're going to take this. So welcome everyone. Welcome to the crypto banter. The best place here. Why? Because we are going to be here through the bad times and the good times, not just the good times. And we are going to fight this long battle together. So if you are new, guys, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Follow us on Twitter, Sheldon_Sniper, at CryptoManRand, sorry. Follow us there. We will be bringing a lot of market updates, a lot of key, what could I say, tips, educational tips. A lot of things are all coming to this, guys. And plus, we obviously have the Sniper School launching. So it is me just here today. This isn't a normal show where we're just going to go on about everything. It's just a quick 10-minute show just to explain where we're sitting with Bitcoin. So on Twitter and recently I have been saying that we're expecting another pullback. I took some good profits at the $42,000 region for the farming opportunity. And we can obviously see now that since that time, we have basically managed to farm in that time 15% more Bitcoin. So the understanding of what we're actually doing here is we're not sure yet, bigger time frame. Is this a healthy market? Is Bitcoin going to go to lower points? The only thing is we do know is on each momentum wave going up or down, we're always going to have a retracement to that wave. And it's always going to, we have two different people in this market. We've got the bulls, we've got the bears. And when the bulls are winning, the bears are always going to have their attempt to try ruin that. And when the bears are winning, the bulls are going to always try and redeem themselves. It's just how the market works. And between the two clashes, obviously, we'll see if we get reversals in the market and see, but that's the fight right now. But we do know we are going to have retracements. And this is our early sign now to say that we are in farming stage. We are in the stage where it's going to be volatile. Your account's going to go up 30% in one day and it's going to be down 20% the next day. Then it's going to be up 30% and then down again. So this is where the understanding of we need to be buying and selling in this region. So the first big rule that I want to bring to you guys is we all got smacked to the USDT. Me, myself, I am fully in this market. Right now, I have some dollars just because I'm farming Bitcoin in that way, but I cannot give a crap about my dollar account right now because it's just going to stress me out. It's just going to depress everyone. I need to be building my coins because guess what? Then at least I'm doing something in this bit of bearish momentum that we're in now. And this is going to give me the opportunity to redeem my higher entries, put me in a much safer position that if we do need to sell at some point because we're going to low points, I'm still selling with a decent amount of capital and not a huge knock because end of the day, some of these coins really got smacked. And this is the time where we obviously got to do the true skill of understanding how do we trade this part of the market. Remember, we have 3 cycles. We've got the up thrust, we've got the sideways, and we've got the downwards momentum. That's the 3 stages you're going to have in the market, and we got to learn how do we trade each one. So we are still, and I put this out the other day, and it's still very, very relevant for you guys to understand where we are sitting in this market cycle. Let's bring this across. There we go. We can still see this playing out very, very much in where we're sitting today. We can see that if we have a look, that's where we are. And if I go to the 4-hour, when I show you how early we are still in this stage. So what I mean by this is you need to understand that this is what we got to get used to. We got to get used to Bitcoin playing in this range for some time now, knowing that Bitcoin's going to swing 30%. It's going to drop 20%. It's going to swing 30%. We are in that stage now, and this is where we need to do our collection of our coins. We can see that clearly that we've just completed the downward cycle. We can see how we played that out and how we've been, you can see it exact. There we go. Now what's next is this choppy stage and this big volatile stage. So what I'm going to do today, guys, is quick updates on Bitcoin and the markets. Remember that the dominance is in Bitcoin's favor. So what I mean by that is the alts are going to follow Bitcoin. So at this sort of stage, I don't need to chart the altcoins, if I could say that. I don't need to chart them at all. I just got to chart Bitcoin. And when I'm buying Bitcoin, I'm buying alts. When I'm selling Bitcoin, I'm selling my alts. I don't have to go to each coin. Why? Because they're all doing the same thing. We can see that if we go look at Ethereum, they are all playing the same game that what Bitcoin is playing right now. Everything's working the same way, which means we just focus on looking after Bitcoin, charting Bitcoin, and the rest of the market will follow at that point. So it actually becomes a lot easier and less stress to try and manage everything. Just understanding, should we be in the market or should we be in dollars? And we are going to now hit the stage where we're going to start farming. So what's happening to Bitcoin? Since yesterday, we had the pullback that we're expecting. Beautiful pullback down to the 33 level. I did give 2 buy zones for us. The first buy zone between 31 and 33,000. I'm not sure. I did actually expect it to go there now on this wave. I'm not sure if we are going to get there anymore. But that is always a possibility. Remember what happened previously, guys. The price went too quick to that zone. So to see it come back down to that zone, don't be surprised. We're capturing liquidity from the zone. There was a big quick bounce when, how fast was it when Bitcoin came down to 30 and all of a sudden it just shot up to the roof. So to understand that it was too quick and never be scared or be shy to understand that it can come back down to the zones again. So everything is still painting that picture. And the main thing is we are obviously starting to set the range, which is good. You know, the low we just made today compared to yesterday, it is a higher low. If I have a look, there is bullish divergence. So for the shorter time frame, we're going to see now Bitcoin start to make its way up. But what's the next step now? I was in cash first at 42,000 for the farming opportunity. I've then been laddering back in this zone. So still anywhere between 31,000, 33,000 is, remember, we trade in this market short term. We are not trading long term anymore. Is it a bull? Is it a bear market? I don't know. And all I'm doing is I'm trading it every day now. And I'm trading it every 2-3 weeks now, making sure that I'm building coins. And then we can start to decide bigger picture. The only reason I'm saying that is because after a big event like this, when the whole market just turns and everything just comes down, it takes, you know, we need more candles to print. Once we got more candles to print, we can then start to pick up the next picture where we're sitting. So with Bitcoin, I've laddered back into Bitcoin now, and I've been buying back into the market. Now, what I'm expecting here is we're either going to be going up and playing flat in this range. What I mean by that is the highs that we made the other day, which was the 42,500, and we then obviously have the low, which is 30,000. Now, this is my 2 range points over here. Okay, so at any point we can make our way up, make our way down, make our way up, make our way down. That's the first scenario that can play out in Bitcoin. Okay, second scenario from here is my target that can take us all the way up to the 50,000. Let me just get it marked. There we go. So if I draw this trend line in play and I take it from that point up there, there we go. So this is the bigger, I wouldn't say higher time frame, but this is the key resistance, obviously, for us to finally start reversing at some point to know that Bitcoin is going to recover now. Now, we have the option that from this zone, we're going to make our way slowly up to that trend, which is between the 44,000, the 46,000 region. That is a key zone for Bitcoin to break if we're going to reverse this and start making our way up, which, you know, after a big event like that, I don't see that happening too quickly. I see Bitcoin staying in this range for the next month. Now, there's 2 sides to the story. If we don't get above this zone, so we've just did the small farming opportunity. We made 15, 20% more Bitcoin. Now, we are going to continue this strategy for the next few weeks to come. We are not going to plan that the markets are just going to reverse and everything's going to pump again. We're going to plan for the worst and we're going to trade the worst, but we always know when to get back in. So my goal now is we are in the markets. I'm back in Bitcoin. I'm back in the alts. We got bullish divergence in the 1 hour. This is looking good for momentum push up. Now, when we get to the $43,000 to the $46,000 region, I am going to be turning back into dollars. Now, why would I do that? Because with the strategy, it's very simple. With the resistance strategy, we always know we break a resistance, we test it, we go. So for me, selling in this zone, and if we break it, get the higher high and come test, I just buy back exactly where I sold out. I don't lose any Bitcoin, I don't lose any coins, but I know it's a confirmation buy. Okay, but if it doesn't and we get rejected at this point, guys, it can be back at 30. Now, the only scary thing, this is why we need to start taking this very serious. I need you guys to put your army hats on, and I need to know that we need to fight this market now for the next thing, because the problem is that low was so dangerous. There is a possibility that Bitcoin can go to $20,000. And it could be after we hit this level over here. We need to know that. There's so much bearishness in the market right now and so much fear in the market. It is getting over-exaggerated and overextended very, very quickly. And we need to make sure that we are prepared. In that last dump, we've all learned a lot of lessons, a lot of weaknesses that we didn't know about ourselves. Remember, every trader's got his own weakness and he's got his own positives and negatives. No one's the same. You got to identify yourself. What's your weakness and what's your strength? Do I get too fearful? That's my problem. Or do I get too greedy and I just want more and more and more and I never take profits? Or, that's something that you're going to start discovering as a trader. And it's very important to start jotting that down. Every time the market whips your ass or you have a bad time, what did I do wrong? Write it down. What did I do wrong? Put it in your rule book. And every time you will lose money in the future, you will go back to that rule book and see, oh, I didn't follow some rules. That's why I lost. It's so important to create your own rule book. That's just a little hint for today. So what we are doing is I'm taking between 43 and 46,000. I'm taking a lot of the money into USDT. I can always buy back the same amount of coins on confirmation buy. But what I mean by this, guys, I'm selling alts. I'm selling, everything is following Bitcoin. Why must I sell not? I'm selling my alts. I'm selling Bitcoin. I'm selling what I need to right now to look after that. Because what happens if we're still in the market and it goes to $20,000? I want to be buying that damn Bitcoin when it's at $20,000. And I want to make sure we're always prepared with some sort of money. Now, another key rule or whatever that I'm putting to my strategy as well is I'm starting to always make sure I have a cash folder. So every time I make profits, doesn't matter. I'm just going to start always keeping 10, 20% of cash always, because we don't want to ever get hit with these big things, because this is a special of a life. This is you're buying coins at really, really good rates. And, they could go lower in the next 2-3 weeks. But, first upside, we are first going to try redeem this big momentum push downwards. The bulls are first going to try something. And once we get that, if we don't make the higher highs, any of their indicator, get out, get into dollars, and we're going to farm more coins. Now, the power of this is we've just bought back our coins. We see Bitcoin going another 27% up in the next few days in this week. Remember, weekends are always not good days. Sundays are never good days. None of these are good days in the market. So to expect that we are dropping on the weekend, it makes sense, guys. The weekends just are not good. But during this week now, I see a really good push in the coins. Not to reverse this whole dump, but attempt upwards. So between 25% to 30% is where I see Bitcoin going up the next few days. Then from that, we then look at the downward side. Now, the power of this is we just farmed 15% more coins, 15 to 20%, which means if you bought Bitcoin over here, let me just mark it here. There's Bitcoin there. Cool. That means you've now dropped your entry to there. Cool. Now, on the next one, we go up to this zone. Strong push up, 25%. Then another pullback. And I'm using a minimum of us just coming back down to the 35% zone, which is another 23%. Do you see what that does? It takes your entry from there. And we go 23%, boom. So what I mean by this, guys, is this next push up to the 43 to 46,000, and then the other farm stage of taking capital, turning it to dollars, and buying it back 20, 30% cheaper, you would have recovered from the whole dump. And this is what the alts, remember, the alts are going to fall quicker, and they're going to go up quicker as well. If tomorrow's a green day and Bitcoin goes up 10%, your alts are going up 20%. That's just how it's going to work. We're still in the way that the dominance is very protective with Bitcoin now when it's bearish, but when it's bullish, it's still on the alts side. The alts still perform very well. So just by charting Bitcoin, just the ranges are different between Bitcoin and altcoins. But on this next one now, if you missed the first one, the first farming opportunity, and it's still confusing, like I said, take a smaller percentage and practice. Learn the damn skill. And if you're scared or you don't know what you're doing, you're putting way too much money on the line. Take 2%, 1%, doesn't matter. Get good at it. Just understand it, because we are going to be in this range for a while. And by doing 2 farming opportunities, you've just recovered from the whole dump. And I'm talking the highest point, guys. I'm talking if you bought Bitcoin at $65,000. That's where I'm talking. Now, 2 little farming stages, and all of a sudden your entry's back. You've managed to bring your entry from 65,000 to 35,000 off 2 trades. Guys, it doesn't matter if we're in a bull or bear market. We can trade the damn markets. It's here to be traded. There's always money to be made. It's just understand how we're going to trade this market. And I've always said it. This sideways market now is the easiest. I'd rather trade this market than a bull market. 100%. Because where the hell do you sell in a bull market? Where do you get in a bull market? Yeah, it's simple. I have a range. I got a low, I got a high. It's very easy for me to get that. And what I love about this strategy is even if you sell out, let's say you sell your Bitcoin and all of a sudden Bitcoin pumps, guess what? You buy it on the retest and we go. It's a beautiful strategy to teach you to turn into dollars and know obviously the confirmation buy then means you're buying the retest, you're buying the right way. But it's also a turning point that if we get there and we don't break that line or we don't make the higher high, it can come straight back down. Guess what? You've taken all that. Now you go buy back, boom, you bring your entry from there, you bring it down. And we'll do it again. And the next step after that is obviously, do we make the lower low? That's the possibilities of us going to 20K. And if we out now at 40K or 45,000, and let's say Bitcoin does fall to 20K, don't worry about your damn dollars now. The dollars are going to come back very quickly. That's not the point. It's about farming your Bitcoin. You have the opportunity to make so much damn Bitcoin right now. What has Bitcoin done since the dump? From here, there's the dump. It went up 38%. It then came down 10%. It then went up 10%. It then came down 10%. It then came down after that again 20%. It then went up from there. Do you see what I mean? Look at these percentages. These are huge percentages. This is farming, but this is an awesome way to be trading because now we have some sort of range and you can bring it all down. And if Bitcoin does want to go to 20K, does want to come down, we are making sure we are at the 43, 46 level and we'll be buying all of our coins. Remember, when I talk about Bitcoin, I'm talking about all the coins. They're all doing the same thing. So when you're selling Bitcoin, you're selling alts. When you're buying Bitcoin, you're buying alts. It's quite simple, and that's the strategy for us to take, guys. So we are still, don't be shocked to see that one day we'll pump 20%, the next day we're going to fall 10%. Don't be shocked, guys. This is going to happen. We are in that stage now. You're going to have these big red days, but you're going to also have big green days. And we saw that the day after the dump, coins are doing 20, 30%. Some coins did 50% for the day. We're going to see this big market. Look at it as an opportunity. Learn the skill now. And if you're still struggling, use a small amount, learn it. Do this with me. Do the strategy, guys. I'm doing this every day because I want to show you guys how to trade these markets and how to fix these things if things go wrong. This is where the skill comes in. But you learn this damn skill, you're going to be a great trader forever because this is the hardest skill, is learning the market and trading the market when it's not good. So just understand where we're coming. So bigger picture, guys. Bitcoin, to first have that little push up, and then it is very possible we can go to 20,000, guys, even 17,000. That is the possibility in the market. We are in a very bearish scenario right now. The markets are looking extremely bearish. But remember, anything that goes up always has a retracement. Anything that goes up always has a retracement. Do you see that? Now, same thing. What do you see here now? Let me just clear it, so then it's cleaner. There we go. Now, what do you see here? You see a strong wave. What comes from that is a little pullback, then a strong wave, little pullback. Do you understand that anything that goes big always has a retracement? Now it's just a big wave in the downwards direction, which means we're going to have an attempt up. And that's going to be our early sign to say, let's now get into some dollars. And obviously, if we break, retest, Bitcoin's going to try it again. It's going to try get to the 50, 60,000. It's going to try if we break that trend line. But if it doesn't break that trend line, we are selling at the top. We are then going to make ourselves a good 30, 40% more Bitcoin and that. We're then going to buy it back. And remember, if that wasn't the low, that means we can come down and then only start farming stage. Guys, the opportunities are huge. I'm just saying, let's do this damn thing and let's trade this. My account is down ridiculously from where we're sitting. But my coins are going up. My Bitcoin's going up. I'm a decent 20% up on my Bitcoin in the last 3 days. And that, what more can I ask for? Because at some point, this market will turn bullish again. It may be bearish for the next month, 2 months. But that's where we actually make money. That's where we make good things. Why? Because we're actually taking coins from the normal retail, from the normal people on the street. So guys, dominance is still, let's just see dominance quick. Dominance has reversed. We can see that clearly now. We broke that trend. We're going up. So it means that obviously the alts are going to suffer on dump days and they are going to get hurt. And the scary part, guys, and this is what we need to be very aware of and also very excited for, is if Bitcoin goes to 43,000 and then we fall to 25,000, guys, this dominance is going to pump up and the alts are going to get murdered. you may see a $1,300 Ethereum again if that does happen. And just be aware of that. But first, it's the upside now. Let's get into our dollars, and we have the option. Remember, the break of the trend, and we can always buy back the same amount, but it's confirmation buy. But let's learn the damn skill, and let's get it through it together. So dominance still up. Ethereum dominance is coming down, which means Ethereum's falling a lot more than the alts. So by being in specific alts, you're making good Ethereum. And we can see we've just broken the trend there. So I still see the Ethereum coming down, and then it will start its push up again. So we can see everything's going to take a little bit of time now. But this is our range. This is our farming stage. And I hope you guys are just a little bit more calm in the market right now, because we're on a mission. The dollars are down. Our accounts are down. Who gives a damn crap? For the next 3 weeks, let's fight. The only thing I do want to say, guys, don't use money that you need right now. Don't use that money in the market right now. Whatever you need, take. But whatever you can use for the next month to really build a proper crypto portfolio, so when the next time we have another bull leg up, a strong leg up, you have all the right coins, and we're all sitting at the bottom of each one. So guys, that's it for today. I just wanted to bring a little bit of calmness to the market, and I want us to know that this is what we're trading. And I'm going to be here when the markets are dumping. I'm going to be here when the markets are pumping. I'm going to be here too. And we're just going to trade this together. I hope you guys are starting to see that if you took the trades I gave in the last 2 days. Yes, I called Bitcoin 40,000 to go up. It collapsed that. I then called 36. It collapsed that too. But now, after 2 trades, I'm basically nearly back. And after this next one, I'm going to be below where the price is now, even if you bought at 65,000. Do you see how there's always a plan, there's always action, and we got to understand that this is the simplicity of trading. It's a system, it's a tool, it's just something that you need to get good at, but it's there and it gives you opportunities every damn day. So get good at it and start improving yourself. If you don't change something, you're going to get nowhere. So just understand that. So guys, more of the thing, Bitcoin's still fine. We're in this range. I see 3 days of goodness to take us to the 43, 46,000. I'm turning into dollars. We'll always buy back at that same price on the break of trend. Otherwise, from that, we can go back down to 30,000, even to 20,000, even to 17,000. That dominance is going to spike up. Alts are going to get murdered. You have opportunities to make another 50% more coins here. And if you trade this whole farming cycle, you have the opportunity to make 300% more coins here. Because look at the damn percentages. Look at the range we have right now. 30% up, 20% down, 30% up. Guys, let's get good at it and let's do well. So I'm wishing you all a great Sunday. I will see you all tomorrow, and we will have both shows on the road. And let's keep this going. Let's keep moving it. Make sure you are following us, even our Instagram. All the info is in the description below, guys. So you can just go catch up on that if you do want to get on any other channels. It is important. And yeah, so have a great day, everyone, and I will see you all tomorrow.